BYU about to kick it off as we get this game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will go to work first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some.
Turns on the Jets. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Johnson looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Card. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
QB got it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Beavers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Third down play from the gun. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
From their own 23, it'll be first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Madsen. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's in open space downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He gets a hand on it.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to adjust the pattern. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Durant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use the quick passing game basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Got it behind the line. It's Card. At the 35, he's loose. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Beavers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Durant. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Beavers are on the move. Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Patterson. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Can't get him to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Pride. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The sure hands, it's Hawkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Bowers. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Johnson looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quick release by the QB. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Beavers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Cougars are in the hurry up. To throw, it's Patterson. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Nakua. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Madsen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Beavers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on.
Turning it on! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fighting off the defender. Look out, he's got room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to pass, it's Patterson. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Looking for a crease. It's Durant. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Beavers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Grab behind the line. It's Durant. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Beavers!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. BYU with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Patterson. It's complete to the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU! On to attempt the try.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Beavers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Durant. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think he does a really good job on this 2nd down play of being very decisive, getting north-south, making the play, and now setting up a much better 3rd down. That's a play we can continue to run even on 3rd down right now.
That's caught. It's Durant. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Beavers have this offense rolling. Pulls and fires complete. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. The Beavers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
From the gun, the ground game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got it and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oregon State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Patterson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Nakua. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field,
There he goes! Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cougars!
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys.
There he goes! He's inside the 40. 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Beavers! If they can just hang on, they might be able to notch their first victory of the season. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw, it's Patterson. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Punts it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, BYU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 6 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on its way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Beavers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Beavers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Patterson. And some room to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points.